Hi everybody, it's me Rachel Tim 111994, and I bought this yarn a few days ago from Walmart website, and I did it pick up in store, and I used my Walmart Saving Catcher gift card, and I just wanted to show some first impressions and my thoughts on this yarn. If you did not know, a couple years ago, when I probably first started my first couple years on YouTube, I made a whole bunch of knitting videos back in 2010, 2011, 2012, way back in the day. So I made a whole bunch of knitting videos and a couple of crocheting videos here and there. But I have crocheted for almost 10 years, actually probably 10 years, and loom knitted now for 8 years now almost. So I've been, as far as crafting goes, I've always crafted since I was, as long as I can remember, I've always crafted, did arts and crafts. So I bought this new yarn to see what it does and stuff. So Red Heart yarn is one of my favorite yarns ever. The Red Heart Super Saver yarn is one I always go to for my yarn, for my knitting and crocheting stuff. I always get the Super Saver multicolor yarns. So I've never tried the stripe yarn before. So I'm gonna pull some yarn out and check it out here. Let's see. Let's see. And the colors of this one is Polo Stripe, which is pretty cool. And the yarn in this one is pinks, purples, and blues, which is really pretty. So I'm gonna, I guess, take the sticker off because I want to do something with it anyways. So let's see what it looks like without the sticker. Oh wow. Oh, okay. So this is what it does. So it kind of stripes. I don't know if it's a mix between ombre or stripes or what, but it is really cool so far. And I haven't even used it yet. You know what? Let's see. Actually, there's some yarn right here. So let's see what it does as I pull it. It goes to blue. More blue. Okay, so I guess it goes into blue, then it goes into like this, I don't know, light, maybe not light color blue, but it does go into the blue and the green and the blue-green and then eventually purple and pink, I guess. So I am super excited about this yarn. I will end up making it into something. The only thing that's really interesting with the Red Heart stripe yarn, oh, I don't think I have any Red Heart, well, I have that one yarn to show. It's in my knitting bag, but I'll compare this yarn to my Super Saver, Red Heart Super Saver camouflage yarn. I'm making a scarf out of it, so kind of compare it to that yarn, see what that looks like. To me, this yarn kind of feels a little bit thinner in the feel of it. Let's see. I know that would feel, oh, it's a number 4 yarn, wow. Well, that was like a number 3, maybe I haven't used Red Heart yarn in a bit. But that's alright. Oh, because I've been knitting a other project with. That's our goat. That's our baby goats crying. Hopefully they're okay. Yeah, they're probably just playing and talking to each other. But this is my new yarn. I'm going to figure out a way to, I want to make a tutorial and show how to roll your yarn in a ball. I want to figure out how to crochet with, obviously it's easy to crochet with it, but I want to see how it works in crocheting and knitting, difference between the both. Then I'm going to roll it up into a ball and stuff and see how it looks in a ball and compare my camouflage yarn with it. So I'll be right back in a little bit. Alright, so here is my in the process scarf in progress in camouflage. Scarf I've been working on for a while. I haven't worked on it in a bit. But here's the yarns in comparison. The camouflage here, and in my new yarn, the stripe yarn. They're both Red Heart yarns. Now this yarn, my new yarn, this kind of the feeling of it feels, the camo in the new yarn, thickness wise, hope you guys can see this. Yeah, the thickness is pretty similar, but the yarn, I think, my new yarn kind of reminds me of the one yarn I talked about. It was the Team Spirit yarn from a long time ago. The feeling of this yarn kind of reminds me of that one yarn I had, the Team Spirit yarn. So I'm really excited to have this yarn, and I'm going to crochet a bit of a sample and also loom knit a bit of a sample to see the comparison of it, see what it does when I crochet it and when I loom knit it, to see what it does. So I'm gonna do a little sample. Alright, here is the sample on my loom, on my knitting loom, of what the yarn looks like. On here it shows a light pink, a darker purple, goes into this magenta-y color, or a darker purple, and then up here that's pink there, and then that's purple there. So on the loom it looks more like a stripe effect on the knitting loom. And on this one I just did one strand of yarn for a while to see what it looked like, see if it will look like a real striping effect, which it did. I will unravel this and use 2 strands of yarn in a little bit. And then here is what it looks like in a crochet piece. We have the blues and the greens on here, and the pinks here and the purples. This doesn't really look like a stripe effect, I don't think, really. I mean, it looks pretty, but for a striping yarn, same for stripes, I highly recommend loom knitting or even regular traditional knitting for your projects. So now I'm going to unravel the yarn and show you what it looks like on a loom with 2 strands of yarn more thicker.